Hey, Counsell, welcome back.
Thank you.
Is it your feelings just sitting up there, kind of a full circle moment in a way? Back in this room?
No, I mean, I think we've been over that part of it. I think we're over that part of it. We're getting ready for a playoff series and trying to advance to have a chance to play in the World Series. That's the job at hand right now, and that's the focus right now. We've already done the other stuff. That's how I'm looking at it.
I meant more like, at that exact desk and stuff and just be
Oh.
the same.
I guess I did spend a lot of time in here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Weren't that many people in the room usually. Maybe 3 of you.
Is that me?
It's all right, Adam. Let's.
Bruce, standing up down on the right.
How you doing?
Good, Bruce.
Did you sleep good last night?
Great.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What is the calculus that you will use to determine your pitching progression for tomorrow's game? Is there, how much is science? How much is, wear and tear on your pitchers right now? And how difficult is that process right now for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going into this with a couple plans. We're going to let everybody throw today, and then make a decision after that. But we definitely got, what we'd prefer to do. So we'll just see kind of where everybody's at today, I think is important. There's obviously we asked some guys to do a lot. So we'll check on everybody, and that'll kind of instruct us on what we're going to do.
Put Maddie in the front row.
Craig, last night after all the celebrations and everything, you were saying kind of there's no better atmosphere than Cubs-Brewers, and this is the first meeting of those two teams in the playoffs. Just what's it mean to be a part of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, at least from my perspective, kind of being on both sides of it, I think the regular season matchups are awesome. It's a lot of fun, and it's really a lot of times it's kind of there's extra energy from fans, and there's fans from both teams in the building, and that's always made it a lot of fun. These are two cities that are close together, very close. I think each city's residents have thoughts about each other's residents. Harmless, obviously. But yeah, and so the proximity of the cities makes it fun. No doubt about it. And the proximity makes rivalries too. And then teams being good makes rivalries.
Go to Paul.
Craig, having, knowing this team as well as you do and playing them as much as Cubs and Brewers play, is there anything that you maybe wouldn't know about them or that they wouldn't know about you at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I would tell you that we had our advance meeting, coaching advance meeting. It was shorter than the Padre meeting, and it's just there is a lot more knowledge, and most of it is because we play them more and we've played them more recently. We have Quentin Berry was on the coaching staff last year. I was obviously part of the organization and know a lot of the players. The managers know each other pretty well. So there is kind of less, and we're very aware of each other stylistically, no question about it.
Go to Adam, second row in the middle.
Count, speaking of that familiarity, have you found in the games you've managed against Murph that you can better anticipate his moves than in games against other teams?
Yeah, I mean, I think baseball is less about that than I see the Brewers play on how Murph would want a team to play, and that doesn't help us. Doesn't help you strategically. It's just you're building kind of teams and what's important to you, and that's good coaching. I mean, the things that are important to him come through in his team, and that's what I see the most. It doesn't help anticipate, first and thirds, or there's some small detail like that necessarily. There are a few things, but those are very, very small details. But stylistically, the team plays in a way that he wants them to play, and that's good coaching.
Go to Steve in the second row, and then to Christina in the third row on the right.
Just to follow up on that, how specifically have they taken on that personality in terms of how Murph would want them to play from what you've seen of the Brewers this year?
How specifically? I mean, it's they don't swing a lot. Like, their team doesn't swing a lot because he tells them not to swing.
Christina.
Good coaching.
I guess sticking with the familiar faces, Colin Ray, you had him over in Milwaukee, he's here in Chicago. Just what was it that you wanted him, what attracted you to having him on the team, and just what he's meant, the way that the pitching staff with injuries and whatnot this year, what he's meant to the club?
Yeah, Colin was exactly what we had hoped for, and probably more. In kind of when I talked to Colin in the offseason and try to just lay out, like, this is what's going to happen, and this is what we would like to happen. It's this faith that Colin had to have in us to know that he wasn't maybe in the top 5 starters to start the season, but was going to make a lot of starts. And I knew he was going to make a lot of starts, but you can't promise that at the beginning. And so for him to have faith to join us, I think was really important. And man, he's been the glue. He's been a lot of glue for us, really, is the best way to describe it. And he's glue in the clubhouse in terms of how he treats everybody around the building. His performances have been just that. And he's stepped up late in the season at some really important times. He's gotten seemingly stronger as the season has went on. So his contribution has been significant, and it was we made a good decision there, and I'm glad Colin agreed to join us.
Go to Elise up in the top row.
The wild card compared to the DS, just I would imagine on the pitching front, that obviously changes things with the longer series, but I'm curious, pitching and maybe emotions, just everything else that goes into it, what you anticipate being different.
Looking at the first thing that I noticed looking ahead is just the off days. That we played 3 straight games, and almost, I don't want to say there's not time to put your head up, but that's what it feels like. And with this series, there's 3 off days in the series, and that's significantly different. And I think it's going to create a little bit of a different feel to the series. So that's number one. That's still, look, 3 games and 5 games, man, in terms of like win 3 or win 2, that's not a big difference. And so it means, the gas pedal's down like immediately for everybody. I don't think that's going to change at all.
Go to John in the second row.
Hey, Craig. Like earlier this season, a couple of us were talking to Yelich, and he suggested that maybe the Cubs had more pressure on them in a race with the Brewers because of the budget and the market and everything, but they won the division. Do you think that flips? And like, you've been a part of this as a player and a manager. Do players feel that kind of pressure? The outside expectations or even inside expectations now?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're past that right now. I mean, it's so like, it's gotten so small, man. It's just like, you do your job, you got one game, and it's everything to win it. And if you don't, you walk away really disappointed. You're going to have another game, but that's where your focus is down to, is like very small moments. And it's tomorrow at 1:00. That's it. The outside, there's no outside noise right now. It's tomorrow at 1:00. So I don't even like, that's like a foreign language you're speaking right there to me right now. Like tomorrow at 1:00. That's it.
Go to Jesse on the right side aisle.
Craig, how's Cade Horton doing, and would he be available for the next round, you think? Or
Yeah, I mean, Cade will not be active this series. I mean, he feels good, but we're not doing anything that we're encouraging healing right now, so we're not doing anything that would cause pain. We haven't pushed him to a place that we would test that. I think, as we get into later this week, we're gonna have to decide if it's time to do that, and that decision has not been made yet.
Come down to Bruce in the front.
Craig, how Counsell tough are your players right now? And by that, I mean, you've made a point that playing every day and embracing that is a big part of what you expect from your team. How have they embraced that, and how do you think that's helped their play?
Well, I mean, I think they've done it all year. I think it's funny how quickly, like 3 games, like pushes the young player questions. They're gone, right? I mean, you're not a young player if you survive that anymore, right? But I think, and that just tells you that you're already prepared for it when you enter it, no matter if you've done it or not. And that's the goal. That's what you try to do. You try to prepare your players for the situations they're going to be in, for the bad stuff, mostly for the bad stuff that's ahead of them, to warn them and to take care of them. But they were ready for it, and they're going to be ready for this. And this is going to be a brand new thing and a brand new environment, and just a little bit different. Obviously, we had 3 home games, so first experience on the road for some of these guys. So, but they're ready for it. I mean, they proved it, and that part of it is, not a question for me.